You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so sweet. Okay, sorry, y'all. Thank you, Kelly, for the support. I appreciate it. So you guys just witnessed something that I read about in the streaming community all the time, which is you get to watch me in real time solve a problem. I'm glad we're able to figure that out. Computers are weird. Sometimes they just reset. That one just seemed to reset the settings. So sorry about the delay there. I know you guys aren't too pissed. But I want to go ahead and jump in. She's not on camera, but my housemate and friend Sheila is with me taking class. Thank you, Valerie. Sweet Jackie, thank you guys. We hear you loud and clear. Hopefully you're hearing me pretty good. I'm done tweaking the stream. I might make some aesthetic choices, but done tweaking things, and hopefully it's sounding better. Anyway, I want to, since we are getting a little bit of a late jump here, if you're new to the stream, usually by 7:15 we're definitely going, but I want to get that down to 7:10, just so we're clear. I wish I could start right at 7 o'clock, but no matter how early I start, there always seems to be some screwy thing that happens just like that. So anyway, what I am going to teach tonight, I'll be honest with you, this is the kind of class that not everybody digs. Some people only like these kind of classes, and some people really struggle with them. So here's the thing. I got into hooping, even though I would have never described myself this way, I was a dancer. Like, I think I've told this story before on this stream, but like, you know, I would come home and play Prince and sing in the mirror. And that was like I would dance, and, you know, that was like it was my jam. And I, of course, you know, growing up in the South, I didn't tell anybody about that at all. Nobody knew. My parents didn't even know I did that. And then when I went to college, I got introduced, or right before I went to college, I got introduced to the rave scene. And back in the early 90s, and there actually was one here in North Carolina, believe it or not. That's a longer story. But I would go to raves every weekend, and they were a little bit different than they are now. There was no alcohol, and I would, you know, dance my face off. And then slowly, you know, the rave scene kind of went away from me. To be honest, I kind of outgrew that version of it, and I just stopped dancing, and I got really into throwing frisbee and then throwing this Araby thing. And then when I got into hooping, I really realized how much I had missed dance. And it's cheesy and funny and silly. Like, if young me could hear me now saying that I'm a dancer, oh my God, I would puke. But I am. And when I'm in my happiest place is when I'm dancing. So for me to be hooping and try to incorporate dance makes total sense, and it's part of the big, right? Courtney, you see it every week. Come on. But anyway, so it's always been a part. But for some people, they don't have that dance history. Y'all probably do. That's probably why you like the class. But some people don't. And they struggle, or they'll tell me that they struggle with wanting to feel more flow, which I think they mean dance, in their flow, like in the way that the things are coming out. And they always talk to me as if it's this magical kiss of a goddess that you get, that suddenly you have flow. And in actuality, okay, gotcha. All right, maybe next week. Anyway, shucks, I forgot my train of thought. I shouldn't have read the chat. Flow. And so they want to feel that flow of their technique. And dance is kind of like the connective tissue of those different moves, if that makes sense. It connects one move to the other. The dance is what holds it in place. Now, it's not always easy to dance to everything and whatever. But here's where I'm going with tonight's class. It's going to be kind of like a Piaget class. It's definitely going to be a flow-based class, but I'm going to be playing different things, and I'll offer you some technique guidance if you want to find it. But the whole goal tonight is to find and work on our dance. And I guess that's the point I should have made more clear. It's not a kiss. It's not this magic thing. Like, it can be magical. It can feel like a kiss, but it's you. You are doing the dance. And honestly, just like everything else you do, the more you practice it, the better you get at it, right? Now, I've been practicing a long time. Am I the best hoop dancer in the world? Nope. But it's fun to try. It's fun. Like, it makes exercise fun. That's the best thing about hooping, or one of the best things. It's fun to do, and you get to listen to bass music while you do it. So we're going to get going. If you haven't had a class with me before, we always start off with something called sway. Again, if you're just joining late, it's not Monday night. You didn't go back in time. I forgot to switch the overlays. That's my bad. It's too bad because I really like the Carolina blue of Thursday, but I don't think it will work. We're going to jump into our first sway song. There we go. As always, please let me know about the mic level. I sway with you guys. All right. Okay. Audible breath in. There are loads of ways to connect the mind to the body. And one of those ways is with conscious breathing. And by conscious, I just mean awareness. You are conscious of it. And one way to really sew those two things tightly together is to have a thought with a breath. And it can be something super simple, like I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. You're saying it in your mind as you breathe. I'm breathing in, and then when you are, I'm breathing out. I heard a great word the other day. The word describes the grumpiness that we all feel after dealing with this virus for so long. And the word is pangry. I'm just pangry. Sway and conscious breathing can pull you away from the grips of pangriness. We can help you chill, recover, and go again. If you're new to the class, sway is free-form stretch movement time. You can move any way you like. You roll and you move your body. You breathe in, breathe out. And you allow your awareness to move through the hallways of you. Your awareness, like this gentle, gliding ghost, moving as quickly as they want from one room, a hand, to another room, a foot. Let's come back to that conscious breathing, because it can be really good for you. Breathing in, breathing out. If you're into mantra, you could say a mantra on the in, another mantra on the out. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. Audible breath in. When I was at a low point in my life, I got into Ram Dass. He really helped me understand mantra. And his favorite was Ram, 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 which means God. Ram, 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 Ram. And I was hearing him do the lecture. I was going through a difficult time, so every time I would interact with somebody, I would use his mantra, Ram, 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 Ram. And he was right. It changed my perception of that moment. It lowered the contrast. It softened the focus. Audible breath in. Oh, okay, not that one. All right. Oops, I forgot to put my playlist on. Okay, so you can grab your hoops and... Oh, there we go. Huh. Oh, here we go. Okay. That's why you don't name two playlists class. Okay, I'm going to try a little bit of point technique. Now, this class is going to get kind of upbeat. I'll just go ahead and let you know that we're going to start with some point technique. Tonight's all about exploring dance. I didn't grow up with a lot of dance knowledge. I just free flowed. And I see your comments about Prince. I'm not going to comment right now. But perhaps because of my rave experience, I was able to put it into words. But the kind of dance that I enjoyed most, even though it probably looked like the same way I danced every single weekend, it felt new. And it felt new to me because I had never seen someone rave dance before. So I had no idea if I was doing it right or if I was doing it wrong. And as over the top as it sounds, for me, it made it pure, creative flow. And I came to care less and less about what it looked like, because it was so real and now for me. It wasn't my memory reminding me of things I wish I had done. It was my awareness showing me all that I had been missing. Audible breath in. If you've never had a class with me, point technique is just holding the hoop without grip. Letting it hang, letting it fly, or letting it stand. Open, open. Point technique is a beautiful way to learn to dance with the hoop. Because the goal of point technique is not to impress, but to explore. It's a warm-up technique. It's an off-the-record technique. Audible breath in. As I mentioned in the opening, I'm going to offer little tricks or tic-tac suggestions. One of the things that can be fun to try in point technique is moving it around in a hanging position. Audible breath in. I had a wonderful student that I never knew that she had never really felt point technique until maybe her 4th or 5th year with me. And the move that opened point technique for her was flying. And she did it the rest of the class, and it was beautiful. She had moved into that space. I agree, Jennifer. Remember, I'm acting tonight as if dance is the connective tissue between movements with your hoop. It's not better than the moves. It's not less than the moves. But it creates the body. Okay, so we'll move into more of our, there we go, oops, there I'm not. We'll move more into our flow class now and start to get going. Now the idea is that you're going to be hopefully trying to find your groove with whatever song we play. Sometimes I have noticed that it helps if people start off with a more high energy song and then we slow our way down rather than build up. I do both, but sometimes for this kind of thing, it's better to... So this is our first song. I will give you some suggestions. For me, this is a core hoop song. And I'll be core hooping to it, but healthy tracks like this can be really good for feeling your dance, because there's lots of different sounds that you can pick up on. Now I'm doing core hooping. I suggest you do it with me, but you don't have to. You totally don't have to. Now, if I'm new to hooping and I am one of those people that didn't grow up with dance, it doesn't come natural to me, I can give you a couple of pointers that'll help you sort of become a dancer. One is that dance, in most of the time, in its rapture state, it includes the whole body. It activates the whole body. So if I want to feel dance flow and I'm stuck not feeling it, I can mimic what it would look like. And what it would look like would be me moving my hands. Right? If I was in dance flow, I'd probably be moving my hands. If I was in dance flow, I'd probably be moving my feet. If I was in dance flow, Baxter, I would have my eyes closed. And for me, what dance flow feels like is I completely stop thinking about what I'm doing. Our first song right now, so our bodies are still warming up, still waking up. So I can control my level of dance as much as I want to. Open. Heart rate up. Proud of you guys for sticking with me now. We're going to be at a year soon, and if you actually are hooping at least a little bit during this class, then you've got a lot of flight time over the last 8 months, 9 months. Lots. Even some of the best hoopers don't average 3 hours of flight time a week. All right. So now I would like you to pick something on the core. We're going to do a super simple motion, or a super simple idea. It's called two birds. And this is a great exercise for developing the dance. You're going to put your emphasis on your hands. You can do anything you want to with your body. You can hoop however you want to. But your focus, and probably your awareness too, will be on the hands. Now, the difference between focus and awareness when you're moving is your focus, you use it to move in and stay locked in on something. And so I think focus is a good thing. Awareness, though, I really recommend with awareness that you let it float wherever it wants to go. So you can be focused on moving the hands, and maybe the awareness is also in the hands. But sometimes when I'm focused on the hand, my awareness might shoot to my feet or whatever. So I'll sort of demo here, just for those of you that... And as we learned in the chopstick class, the movements I'm making with my hands are actually helping the hoop. And if I think that way and move that way, it really helps.
You keep saying all the things that I wish I could say.
I like to not watch my hands, but whatever, it's a style choice, I guess. Maybe I do. Actually, that's good.
Had me lost where you could never find out my fate.
We're going to bring dance to the hands. We're going to have fun doing it. Pick a noise, a rhythm, an idea, and focus it into the hands. Right now, I'm focusing into keeping my hands more or less moving the same, which causes me to roll, and they're actually inverting to make it look that way. Right. Let me know if the sound is good enough for you guys. If anything needs to be louder or lower. Sometimes the least impressive hooping is actually the most fun. Now for this class, I wouldn't worry too much about making sure you're moving your non-dominant side as much as your dominant, or even making sure that you're changing currents. You can, of course I think you should. But what's more important tonight is this dance connection. Like sometimes a song is like a dark room that you enter in and you fumble for the keys, you fumble for the light switch, but then you find it. We're going to try that with a lot of different rhythms tonight. Hoopers, when they hoop on their legs, don't move their arms. I have no idea why, but it helps. I mean, it actually helps. It makes it easier. Looks a little bit cooler. Right? Moving my hands, my focus is on my hands. And this is the beautiful thing about hooping. Even when you hate doing it, you benefit from it. Even when you're not feeling it, you benefit from it. Okay. All right, that is the song we're about to listen to, but okay. Grab some more. Oh, sweet, good. Oh, sweet, Valerie. Okay, all right. Well, I don't want to break the flow too much. Okay, so we just moved our hands, feeling the dance. Now we are going to move our feet, and we're going to put the focus on that. Now, I'll be honest with you, if you never learned steps, and if you're not, if didn't grow up a sort of, what you would call a natural dancer, then this can be a little bit challenging for you. And there's a little trick that you can do to kind of make sure you're not bored. And it's called hot coals. And what that means is that your feet are going to move across the floor as if you're walking on hot coals. And you're this badass, you're this badass, enlightened, doesn't get burned by coals type creature, of course. But you're also not stupid, and so you know that like your feet are good to go as long as you don't stay in one place for too long. And then we're going to try to keep our hands active while we're doing that. Now, as we're doing, this, the goal is going to be for flow to take over. The goal is going to be for dance to take over. Well, actually, let me say, the goal is to keep our feet moving. Maybe the hope that dance will take over. If if you are hooping with kids in the room, the lyrics aren't that bad here, but it does make a drug reference, but it's legal in 20 states. It's not that bad a drug reference, but heads up. I'm moving my feet. This might sound a little out there and a little kind of too hippie. Or not hippie, forget that. Right? But you can put different sort of play fun games with how you're thinking. For instance, I can think about pulling my feet up off the ground. Or I can think about pushing my feet into the ground. Even though it looks almost exactly the same, it can feel different. If you have space, you can try this blindfolded. It can really help. But I'm moving my feet. I'm getting my heart rate up. Feet. Now, I'm keeping the hoop on the waist, but the hoop could be anywhere. We'll bring it up to the shoulders. Anywhere you want. I just love waist hooping. Feet, feet, feet. Yep. If you are at the shoulders, sometimes it can really be helpful to just think about the path of contact as you're moving your feet. Just bring your awareness to the path of contact, your focus to the feet, and sometimes you'll feel that the two things will start to sync up. So I'm focused on moving my feet, but I'm going to bring my awareness to the path of contact. Still focused on my feet. Awareness, that light, gentle ghost, just looking through all the windows of my chest and then my back. I always think that's a tea kettle. Every single time I think that's a tea kettle. You can reverse if you want. Smoke weed every day. Of course you're getting tired. You're supposed to be getting tired. If you're not, that's badass. If you are, that's all part of the plan. If you're just getting into hooping, I will testify that I've met hundreds, thousands of hoopers. And everyone who's had an even semi-regular practice has said that it changed their life for the better. Maybe it was one time in a pivotal hoop moment. Sometimes it's overtime. And you don't have to bring any should to your hooping. You don't have to bring shouldness to it. You can just go dance with it. Focus is on the feet. My awareness is anywhere I want it to be. I'm keeping it on the shoulders, but you could be anywhere. We're going to take it off body after this. heart rate up, heart rate up, heart rate up. Right? If you are a beginning hooper, changing your wingspan can really feel different when you're waist hooping or shoulder hooping or, well, anything, mostly waist. This is my hands drawn in, right? This is spread out. All right. Okay, grab some water if you need it. Oh, I'm really digging the picture tonight. Okay, so we're going to move to an off-body movement. And you can pick whatever movement that you'd like to do, whatever you want to do. Wow, nice. Nice. I think you guys have figured this out, but Jackie has been hooping forever, and she's taken so many workshops with me. I don't know, it's always great to see someone with that much flight time still having new experiences. I mean, we all do, it's still nice. Okay, so we're going to take it a little bit, not slower, but just different.
It's like that you keep going. It's like
And
that you keep going.
I'm going to pick a super simple move. It's the one that I almost always pick just because I like it. And this is called the weave. This is a weave. And I'm still looking for that dance. And I can do the same tricks that I was doing before of just imagining what would dance look like. For instance, you hardly ever see a dancer that's only dancing that's only dancing one hand, right? You hardly ever see a dancer that's only moving one leg. I mean, it happens. Oh. Not easy for everybody to dance to the same music. This beat I kept super minimal.
It's like that you keep going. It's like that you keep going. It's like that you keep going.
I can do any movement I want to. I'm just keeping the sounds with me. Thanks, Sharon. Thanks for stopping in or being a part. So I want to show you one more move that we've done before. But it can be really fun kwa a song like this. And this is, well, I'll do a demo it this way first. Actually, let me. I have noticed that this move is a little bit easier. See it from up top. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I could be weaving or rolling or whatever. But what I'm going to do right now is this move we've done before. I'm going to turn towards the elbow that's holding the hoop. I'm going to turn towards that elbow. So now my arm is on the other side. It's right here. Okay. Oh, we don't want that. Oops. Okay. So I'm here, rolling the hoop. Whichever hand, doesn't matter because you'll do it the same way. And I'm going to turn into, like I'm wrapping myself in my arm, right up until the point that the hoop is now on the side. Turning towards your elbow. Towards your elbow. Towards the hand, the elbow of the hand that's holding it. Sorry. I'm here, and I'm just going to wrap until I get to here. And then I'm going to pull my hand across, and this is the movement that I'm in. In fact, as I coil, it's almost as I uncoil, it'll send the other hoop there, or the hoop to the other side. So this is the movement. Left hand is on the right side, the right hand is on the left side. Now I'll tell you something that I've noticed a lot. When you first get into hooping, sometimes you don't understand planes, okay? So this is the sun plane right now. This is the sun plane, okay? And then this is a bad name for it, but then this is the bow plane. Do you see the difference? So instead of here, sun, it's here. So it's going parallel, it's going straight off my body like it's this wall. In fact, I think in Poi it's called the wall plane. I'm not sure about that. But that is the plane. So what we're doing in this move is we're going from this plane over to this plane, okay, whichever way we do it, right? So this is if I'm weaving, right? You see that? I'll do a reverse weave or a rising weave. And then I can come in, hand on the other side, and I bring it across. Right? Okay. I may have killed the vibe trying to teach moves, but I thought we'd try one. Okay. Okay, now we're going to move into something a little bit different. You can move, of course, any way you'd like, but I'm going to stay with off body. But what I'm going to try to do is bring all those dance components in a little bit more, and I'm going to add grip. I'm going to add grip so that I can move and manipulate the hoop. All right. I'm going to bring the beat back up a little bit. This is a great off-body song. Now what I'm going to do for this song, because I know this song, is I'm going to do some really cool, or for me, fun, cool, vertical rolling. I'm just going to move the hoop in front of me in this sun plane that I'm talking about. Be doing any movement. You're fumbling in the dark room, this beat, you're not so sure where it's going. Some of you might have heard this one before. I love this song. Right? You could be moving any way you want to. I'm just doing this. You don't have to do it with me. Pretty easy beat to hit right there. When in doubt, if you're not sure what to do, just drop on a low beat. time. We're a little bit late, I guess. But we're going to move into a free hoop, and since we've had it kind of upbeat tonight, we're going to kind of start to chill out for the rest. I have a feeling we're not on Facebook anymore. But anyway, we're going to go some old school R&B, and then a little bit slower song, and then we'll call it a night. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate that.
Life goes on and on. Ooh, yeah, oh. Life goes on and on.
Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Okay, there we go. Now we're back, and we'll speed this up a little.
Life goes on.
Sorry, guys.
And on. Ooh, yeah, oh. Life goes on and on. Yeah, oh. It's a restless thrill, soaring through life lives. Hold my breath until the evil all dies and change skies. And when I talk to you, I'ma look in your eyes and blow bomb chronic smoke in your face like surprise. Cause this right here could very well be the last time that you ever hear from me. But if the beat don't stop and we party and pass through, remember, live long, love life and be free. Cause when fights break out, girls scream and dust settles. I'm just another tatted late bloomer from out the ghetto, surrounded by turntables, drums, guitars, pedals, microphones, amps, mixes, EQs, and peak levels. Angels, devils, copycats, and hypocrites, jackasses, know-it-alls, road dogs, and dipshits, nut riders, bitches, they claiming they all different. All of this is why I'm getting lifted.
Old school. I love this track so much. And Charlie Tuna. I saw him perform a couple of times, and he blew me away.
Trying to free their soul. Up, and away we go.
Yeah. With all the violence being heard these days, who needs pictures? Truth is being stretched like limbs on Reed Richards. See, I personify car winds and tree switches, and verbally feed the masses like Jesus with 3 fishes. The scene switches when people are not feeling me, faced with hostility, bottles and rocks still with me, even in auxiliary mode. The truth will be told, koofies and goals bring the new from the old. I'm true to my soul despite all the obstacles, melt them like popsicles. Let these imposters know we do the impossible, hopping on top, making your trunk knock like funk doc, connecting hip-hop and punk rock in one shot. I'm just another rapper alive, surviving tour bus crashes with drivers who couldn't drive, connivers who wouldn't strive, ain't blessed with strong speech. My songs teach, broadcasting live from Long Beach.
I'm presented, but I feel wonder what I go on in the island. And the situation me not know if you say, but all I know say them matter about religion and I kill one another. Me say each and every day, well them burning churches, killing babies, fear bad news in the pages. It's like we going through a different stages and phases.
With all the wonders of the world, Jah create them all for us to see. Good, bad, difference, and the ugly. Life goes on and on.
Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I know it's gonna get me kicked off of Facebook if I'm still on.
And there's no limit,
But
no limit to the music.
this will be our next
Rhythm,
one.
rhyme,
Next
and
song.
reason. You can get with it. With the thick and the thick.
All right, so this will be our last song. I'm pretty sure it's going to get us kicked off. It's kind of upbeat. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
We should be together, every day together, always. I really feel like I'm losing my best friend. I can't believe this could be the end. It looks as though you're letting go.
South, so we always say Reba. That's what you're doing. My bad.
Memories, they can be inviting, sometimes shining on me. As we die, both you and I, with my head in my hands, I start to cry. Don't speak, I know what you're saying, so please stop explaining. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Don't speak, I know what you're thinking. I don't need your reasons. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. It's all ending.
Yeah, if you haven't ever listened to this album from Leela James, this was, I think, her first one, and it's really good. Really good. Buy this album.
Said it's all, say it's all. Let's stop pretending who we are. Oh, 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 we should be together every day together, always. I really feel like I'm losing my best friend. I can't believe this could be the end. Don't speak to me.
Oh, sweet, Amber. It's good to see you again.
I know.
I'm glad you got to participate in your part. That's awesome.
Don't speak to me now, no, no. Don't speak to me now. Don't tell me, don't tell me, don't
Sweet.
tell
All
me,
right,
don't you
Kelly.
tell
Noted.
me, don't you tell
We can
me.
be democratic about it.
I know.
I'm down for upbeat. I like upbeat.
I don't need your reasons. I don't need you explaining. Oh, no, no.
Buddy.
I know.
All right, we'll do some upbeat then. That sounds
That
good.
I know, and I know, and I know, and
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful night.